for people in. So yes, we are live.
No, we're not.
Well, it's
I mean, that's what live means. Live. So.
We are alive indeed. So far, not dead. Paljon kello on 5 yli. Onks meillä mahtava yksi katse vieläkin? 3 miestä, 1 katse. Ja sit Esa. Sä voit Esa heittää meille sit kysymyksiä sieltä. Vaihtele sun ääntä aina välillä. I guess we go live soon.
we are live. I've been telling you the whole time we are live.
We are live?
We are.
No, we are not live. Let me check Discord.
Esko is refusing to believe.
The matter of the fact is we are live.
Esko, I think the introductions fall to you now that Stan's not here.
Yes, I'm gonna check first if we are live or not. So that you're not tricking me. Oh, maybe we actually are live. It seems like that.
Okay, well, hello and welcome to this week's Dev Q&A. Stan is on the vacation today, so we have a lineup of developers from the hardware and software side. Well, Lev is embedded, so he's a bit of both. But welcome.
How does Stan start this? It's like, it's your boy, Stan the man.
Coming straight from the Surrogate HQ.
All right. Anyway, let's go into the Q&A. Yeah, so as per usual, let's take a fast round of updates and then go into the questions. I can start from the experimentation side. Basically, there's a couple of things that we are gonna kind of try to do more in the future. First of all, we are gonna try to get the tutorials for our events out faster. I think starting from the next, not this week's, but the next basically experiment, we aim to have at least the code ready and in GitHub when the event goes live. So it's easier to kind of start reproducing the event or seeing how the event was basically implemented. Yeah, that's one thing. And then also related to one comment I had from the last Q&A that I was in, I was telling about this basically an SDK or this kind of an repository on GitHub for basically JavaScript client to our APIs and the message broker, so that you could do this kind of chat box experiences or whatever creative you want to do with your own games. With that, I could kind of maybe collect willing creators that would like to go through the code as it is right now and give some feedback if that would be even useful or not, so we know if we want to go forward with that or no. But I will let you guys know in the Discord. I will post a message there maybe tomorrow or early next week. Ask for your GitHub usernames so I can add you to the currently private repository. Alright, that's it from our side. Unless Levi has something to say from the experimentation side or from hardware side, if you have anything.
Well, last time we talked about the leg bots. Nothing much has happened about those. Now we are currently exploring even more affordable option for a bot, which is this, as we call it, the yellow bot. This two-motor bot that's, well, it's a bot. You can drive around with it. And hopefully it will be even cheaper and easier to put together than the leg bots. So
Yeah,
trying to make things easy.
that's something you will definitely see in some near in the future experiment event.
Yeah, I think the hardware cost is really low. You can buy it on Amazon for what, $20?
Yeah, that's the
Only $20? That's kind of crazy cheap.
Well, at least part of it. I'm not sure if that's the whole thing.
yeah. There will be the Raspberry, and then depending what kind of power supply you want for it, and of course, camera is one thing. You can go cheap or you can go very expensive. At least the bot itself will be quite cheap, so it allows to make basically one of the cheapest thing that you can put online that can actually move on its own that we have had so far.
And what comes to this yellow bot experiment, when we have it, we at least for that want to have tutorials out before and also the code, of course, in GitHub, so that you can easily start right away ordering the yellow bot and getting your game ready if you want to do that. But yeah, with that the aim is to have lot of material out already when we have the event, so you can start creating your own game based on that. Alright, anything else from Levi?
Nope.
Alright, let's go to Henry.
Right, I can go through some of the stuff we've released in the past 2 weeks and some stuff we're working on right now. So right now we have the a simple version of the web streamer online, so anyone can go test it right now. So what it does is you can use it to stream from your laptop or your mobile phone using the camera that's inside there. So you don't necessarily have to buy a webcam. This is still a work in progress, but it is working.
This is a very developer Q&A. Yeah, go ahead.
But the good option is with yellow bots, so you get the hardware cheaply and then you can use your phone to give the player stream as an example.
Yeah,
So it's gonna be a pretty nice, crisp, cheap setup when that is working.
Yeah, I guess the yellow bot with Raspberry Zero is super cheap. Like, and you can have that as a controller and then your phone as a separate streamer. And that
Yes,
would be
if
like a
you-
very simple setup.
If you go with the option of using your phone, then it adds the possibility of using the Raspberry Pi Zero.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like the Zero is $5 around there, plus or minus couple of USD.
Wow, that's cheap. All right. Anything else from Henry?
sure. There's been some improvements to the front page. So for instance, there's a custom look for mobile users, which is quite nice. And there's also the new sleek daily reward pop-up. I'm not sure if that's released yet, but it does
I
look
think
nicer.
it is because I've seen it.
Yes. Also, this was asked about, I think, in the last Q&A or the previous. The sorting on the front page of the games has been improved. So now the games are sorted based on the amount of people in queue, the popularity of the game, and whether the game is online. So that should make the user experience a bit nicer. There's also the new game button page, which will be fully released in July, but it can already be previewed if you enable the feature toggle. So creators should check that out already. Other things, we're going to have default key bindings. So right now, if you make a template game, you actually have to go to the game settings and click save to save the key binds, which is a bit silly. So after this fix, they will just work straight up.
So that basically means that, for example, with the Raspi image, you can start, if you just have the right hardware and you plug it in, you can just immediately start playing the game, basically.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be easier. That's something that trips even us developers up sometimes, forgetting to save them.
Yeah.
Yep. Also, the Aruga marker detection stuff is still in the works. Hopefully, that'll enable a lot of new game logic. So you can just print out the markers and create all sorts of fun games with that.
All right. Is that all, or still?
That's
something
pretty
more?
much it.
Okay, well then we go to the Q&A section of the Q&A. And yeah, shoot us questions on the Discord, or then you can, I guess, Esa, you will enable it so that you should be able to speak on the Discord call itself directly to us.
Yes, that should be enabled.
Okay. Can we do one thing fast first? I still cannot join the call again for some reason.
What?
Yes. So I wonder if that happens for other people also. Like, I only see people who are in the call, but there is no button for me to join it. Or, like, I can just click the row at all.
Like you don't have to create your Q&A like line.
Yeah, it just shows like an audio sign, but I can do nothing with it. Like, I can click it to get.
Yeah, I think you're just banned.
I'm permanently banned from our Discord. Like, this is most of the weeks for me, so it would be nice to see if that happens for other people also.
I think that sounds like it's a bug on you, but I'll send you the... I'll try to send you a link.
Yeah, it would be nice if you send it to the game creators chat, so if anyone else have the...
I tried, but that message got deleted by our automated moderator.
Nice.
Because it contained a link.
Okay.
Thank you!
Alright, but how can we get that then to people if people are experiencing the same issue?
People can send the questions either in YouTube comment section, I'll be picking them up from there, or they can send them in Discord creator Q&A text channel. Well, they would have to hear me to say that, but yay.
Yeah, but when you send me that link and I click it, I now, like, it says creator Q&A and I can join it or not, so it's kind of, yeah.
Yeah, if I try to send the link, it gets deleted immediately.
Yeah, I see. Alright, then we go with what we have. And yeah, let's take in questions.
Actually, I might be able to... Let me check if I can try something. No, never mind.
That was a valid try.
Okay, I just realized I'm an idiot.
Okay, that click seems to work.
There was a few questions. When is Let's Do This? Let's Do This is our every Friday event. I guess Esko and Levi can tell more about it.
Yeah, so Let's Do This is every Friday, 5 p.m. Finnish time. The point of the whole event is that we every week do something different using our basically SDK, and we publish the code the Python code for that, so you can see how it was implemented. And we usually also add a README where you can check how we did the hardware also. So for example, very soon we will have a README for the Lego game that was like a couple of weeks ago or something like that, and that will include some information of the actual bot setup and also like how we put the arena together and so on, so that you can do something similar yourself. But yeah, that's every Friday 5 p.m. It's basically surrogate.tv/game/let's do this, and it will be live every Friday 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
And randomly was commenting that the new pop-up for the daily rewards, it is released and it is still broken for me. I guess there were some bugs on there.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we don't have the kind of the right people here, but either Henry or me can say something about it. But I guess you want to say something, or I go with this.
No, just that I've heard there's been some issues.
Yeah, I also know that there was some issues and there was some fast fixes to some of those. I'm not sure if they're out yet, but yeah, I know that it's a high priority to, if something is currently broken on our site, to always fix it right away. So it's for sure being looked at if that bug still exists.
Yeah, so fix is coming.
Yes.
Are there any other questions from creator Q&A followers on Discord or from YouTube?
I'll just write that.
What's tomorrow's Let's Do This? Can we announce it already?
Yes. So basically, tomorrow's Let's Do This event will be a robot arm painting event. So in the event, basically, me and Shane are gonna try to guess what you guys are painting with the robot arm. And then we have a competition between each other who is the best in guessing what is the correct animal or a movie or this kind of a... We have like topics to draw during the event, so it's a bit easier for us. We don't need to randomly guess from everything in the world.
I see.
But yeah, technically the setup is pretty simple. It has a servo arm that has, what, 5 servos? Do you remember, Levi?
Right about there.
Yeah, so it can basically... It has the normal like a shoulder and then the center thing, and in the top there is also like you can rotate or pivot, or how would you say, even the top part, so you could do some really fancy drawings. But yeah, we tested it today and it's quite hard to draw. But what do you know? I don't know how to draw myself even with a normal hand, so maybe there's some creative people in the game who will create some masterpieces.
Yeah, let's say that the initial speed settings were quite interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal when you press once to write, for example, the arm shoots like over the paper even, so it was a bit too fast. But now it's a bit slower, so it should be possible to at least some basic shapes. Should be easy.
Can you give us a sneak peek of the categories? Does it include body parts?
It doesn't.
Oh.
It includes movies, as I said. It includes animals. I think fruits is on there. But maybe that's enough, so we don't, give people too much time to practice all these topics and how to draw them.
Indeed.
Join the game tomorrow at surrogate.tv/game/let's do this.
Indeed. Oh, right.
Is it slash or is it forward slash?
I think
Don't
slash
they
is
normally
fine.
say slash, although it's technically not correct, I guess. Because it's forward slash, I guess.
Yeah, because I've heard like both being used, but
Well, that doesn't make saying URLs any faster if you need to always say forward slash. All right.
not getting any questions through chats at least.
How about we do so that we start to ask questions? I see people in the Discord call, so we can turn this around. Okay, this might be the fastest Q&A so far. Even once there was a fire alarm during, but we lasted through it. But yeah, if there is no questions, I guess we will stop in some time. Usually the issue with the Q&A is that it's early enough that a lot of people kind of, in USA early enough, of course in Finland it's kind of late, but in USA it's early enough that a lot of people kind of join half an hour late or 40 minutes late. So the start is a bit slow always. So I wonder if we should keep it on still for some time.
I guess it's afternoon in the US right now.
Yeah, but I guess if you are working, then it's kind of, you need to get off work or then just during work.
So we'll have to wait for, what, 5 hours?
That's nice. Maybe I'll try, actually. How do I, like, I'm in the call now. How would I request to speak?
You just unmute yourself.
Oh, the technology.
Yeah, we haven't restricted the speeches or anything. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems to work. That was pretty brutal.
I know my fingers on the mute buttons. It's gonna start echoing really quick.
No. It's not because I don't have, I have only the mic on. It's just double mic. No audio source.
Any news about the chatbot guide?
Yes. So the news about that is that, I was fastly saying it in the beginning, but maybe I went through it a bit too fast. So basically there is this JavaScript library or an SDK, I would maybe call it, that I'm doing whenever there is an event that we need basically to do something with our API or the message broker, which basically sends the chat messages. So I don't think there will be a specific guide for that. I rather would kind of just develop this library with your help. Someone is saying something in Discord, but anyway, I'll continue while you figure that out. So so my idea with that is that I would ask for people in the community first to kind of just see what kind of interfaces I currently have for example, sending chat message and receiving the chat messages. I have a couple of examples. For example, both of the times we use the chatbot during our event. So basically the Luigi Explorer that just asks which camera should we use next. And then the trivia game that was a bit more complicated, which actually asked trivia questions and it collected if people answer correctly or not, and it calculated points for the people that answer correctly. So that is basically already available, not publicly, but if you want to see the code for that, you can right now send me a DM on Discord. Let me know your GitHub username, and I can let you into the repository that code exists in. It doesn't have a very good tutorial yet, so if you are not familiar with JavaScript or basically TypeScript, then maybe it's not the easiest source to follow. But definitely if you want to give some input or want to maybe even contribute to getting it to a state that we can publicly release it, then definitely let me know your GitHub account name. Okay, that was it. The studio is hotter than the rest of the office.
Yeah, at least the AC is now working.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was last week.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal. I guess it's the lights that give a lot of heat.
If Esko would be wearing the unicorn suit, he would be like swimming full of sweat. Would be like right about here.
Luckily, I'm not. That's sweet. We still have it somewhere. Somewhere in the floor or something.
Haven't seen it in a while.
A month. Yeah, maybe. It has been tucked in some corner. Okay, what do we have in Discord? Aha. It's so that non-devs are muted. Esa is working on it. Still seems to be the issue. Even after changing settings.
This is interesting because the Discord settings have been set so that everyone can talk. I'm not really sure what's going on here.
But if I couldn't even join the... Maybe Discord is not best for this. I don't know if we need to look for another platform. We could basically use, for example, Google Hangouts. We know that that will work at least. Of course, there we don't have the thing. Or do we have something in Google Hangouts that lets you be like the author or kind of the main person who speaks, and then you can click something that now everyone else can also speak?
I don't know.
I would imagine it has something like that because it's used for also this kind of.
Yeah, I've seen it used, for example, in some YouTube videos. They do a bigger chat like Q&A with that and so on. So I imagine it's possible.
This is unfortunate. I have to investigate this further. Like, how can this be? Like, when we started this, I'm not sure what has changed because it used to be so that people could unmute themselves.
Yeah, it might be that Discord has changed some settings or something like that.
By
Can
the
you,
way,
Levi, join the...
At least with my developer
I can
account,
unmute
yes.
myself.
Okay.
Oh, so okay, now Switch could unmute themselves.
Yeah, but I can. If I press at the bottom of my screen on my phone, there's a mic symbol, but I can't unmute like in beside my name. I can't unmute, but I can unmute.
Yeah, okay, but that's good to hear that it actually works.
At least for
Yes.
someone.
Yeah, at least for someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could have like a backup, maybe Google Hangouts next time. So if we have similar issues with Discord, we can just jump there.
Not a bad idea.
by the way, do we have the Let's Do This next week?
Yeah, about next week, let's do this. We are still thinking if we can do it on Thursday. So basically Friday next week is a public holiday in Finland. We have a lot of those in Finland, I guess, compared to other countries. But yeah, so Friday is like Midsummer Eve. Is that how they call it in English? I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, so we will not have a Let's Do This event, at least on Friday. So we are thinking if we have it on Thursday or not. But yeah, we will let you know next week, early next week.
Actually, one thing that popped into my mind, Daily Devil, I have seen this happen, like you cannot unmute yourself if there is an issue with your audio devices, so check your Discord voice and video and check that your input device is working.
Actually, thank you so much. Weirdly, I just switched over to my phone, and it seems to be working right here. So honestly, I just think that's an issue either with PCs or just my computer in particular. But no, it's working good over here. Thank you.
Okay, good to hear.
Good.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to like. Esko is probably having this interesting issue with Discord for some time. Actually, is your like community tab? Do you have that like extended or?
What?
Like, are you just?
No. And I've been having pretty good connection so far. I mean, I just had a D&D campaign like last night, so it's been going smoothly. Honestly, I don't know what it is, but
Okay.
I wouldn't worry about it. I don't think it's a long-term problem.
Well, good to hear.
It is maybe possible that the issue for me was that my community tab is not extended. But this is very confusing. Let me test this first. I'll disconnect from the, and then I'll. Okay.
Esko learning how to use Discord.
Apparently in Discord, if you don't extend then the like a group, like this community group we have in SurrogateTV Discord, it will basically show this very confusing. There is a call going on, but you cannot click it. You can do nothing with it. So you need to extend the community thing, and then now you can click it. Okay, good to know. All right, questions? Now that Daily Devil can also speak, you happen to have anything you want to discuss with us?
Oh, no particular questions. Honestly, I've just been following you guys for, honestly, years now. And just been enjoying your progress and hearing what you've been doing. That's pretty much it.
All right, great to hear.
Any cool hardware? Do we have any cool hardware project going? We just got the new PCBs for our sumo bots, but is there anything else going on, like hardware-wise?
Yeah, I don't know if new PCBs for sumo bots even counts as a cool hardware project.
Hey, that's a matter of perspective.
Yeah, I guess so.
But the first thing you have to do was have some jumper cables on them.
Yeah, but let's say that if next week we have let's do this, I think it's gonna be pretty cool hardware basically what we use for that. It's a very let's do this attitude kind of piece. Let's not spoil anymore, but you will get to see it next week if we can have it, the event next week.
I'm pretty sure I know why Esko in particular is looking forward to that one.
Yes, but yeah, it will be announced next week.
Does it involve having cans being delivered from the fridge to a place?
I think that's even a better idea. I think, but that seems. I think this thing we will have next week possibly is a game that everyone knows. It's a very social game. It's nice to play against, let's say, 2 other people. Usually you do that in 2 versus 2. So let's see how we play. Most likely if we have this event, we will play with Shane against the internet and see how it goes. I don't know if that's enough hints already. 2 versus 2 game. I like it. But yeah.
Sounds like tennis.
Sounds like Counter-Strike Source.
it's yeah, basically tennis.
What? What hardware are you planning on?
Yeah, it's a human-sized robot. A couple of those. Levi has been putting it together for a week now. Pretty ready with that stuff. They are pretty brutal. Maybe dominating the world in the future, but we use them for tennis for now. Alright. Maybe some questions
now I know what we are talking about.
would be good. So you finally figured it out.
Combined, let's do this with Sumoport Friday event. Deliver something for whoever is hosting it or some other way interfere.
So you can deliver from the fridge or whatever to the person who is hosting it. So Stan can
Yeah, like they will deliver. Oh, that would be
Stan
nice.
can be here hosting and gets ice creams from the office fridge or something like that.
Is the one very old machine getting some use? I mean, we have quite a few old machines lying around.
One very old machine. Interesting. That might be the case. It is in a way old, I guess. Has been at the office for some time.
But it's not really a machine.
I think it's a machine. Would you count it as a machine, Levi?
Well, I think now it probably qualifies as a machine. I don't know if it qualified a week ago, but
After Levi made some improvements, now we can finally call it a machine. All right. Do we start to wrap things up at this point? Is there still possibly some question in YouTube, in Discord?
Well, in the YouTube comment section, they're just wondering what the machine might be, but you'll have to see that in 1 week or 2.
Yes.
I guess if there are no any more questions, going for once.
Yeah, let's wait for a minute. If there is no question, then we wrap it up. It has been a solid 40 minutes of a couple of questions. So.
Well, 35 for you.
I'll throw that.
Yeah, we can take that YouTube video down and snip the beginning of it.
Luckily, I didn't say anything brutal, hopefully. It's all fine.
Hopefully.
Well, I don't exactly remember what I said, but I think I didn't say anything too bad.
Nah, you didn't.
Yeah, I think you would have said something more than, hey, it's on already. Yeah, so pressing the cancel button.
Stop it!
Frank went too far. Stop it. Stop it. No investment coming. All right. I guess we've wrapped it up for today. In 2 weeks there will be a new Q&A. Let us know actually if you want this in a different format. Should we like ask the questions in Discord like beforehand, so that you have 2 weeks of time to come up with topics and discussion points for basically this Q&A, so we could basically answer those questions. You can come here to listen to us and ask more if you want to know more about, or if something was unclear, maybe that could work. If the time is not good, let us know also. Yeah, anything, any feedback to the Q&A, let us know in Discord. Alright, but I think that's pretty much it. Thank you for everyone. We see you in 2 weeks.
Thanks.
Thank you.